going to start off on the porch today. It is February 8th, 2025. This is what I'm giving the chickies for breakfast. Their beans. I didn't check the video from yesterday, so I don't know who commented, what y'all commented, so I'll check that today. Thank y'all for commenting. What should be our question of the day? What's your favorite fruit? And what favorite is dependent on you. Which one do you like for its nutritional value, maybe? Which one do you like the looks of? Which one do you like the flavors of? Which one do you like just because you can make more stuff out of it? Hey, you can even say why you like it. My favorite fruit. I don't know. Still looking for a decent pair of boots that last more than 2 years. And I'm a little late today. My partner had to get up early to go to work, and so I went back to bed, and it took me a while to get. There they are. There's Molly. There's Henrietta. There's Dolly. They looking pretty good today and looking pretty hungry. Have you ever read, here's another question, have you ever read A Tree Grows in Brooklyn? Our book club, like I said, used to be where you just read whatever you wanted to read, and then you came to the book club and you'd say, tell people what what you read, blah, blah. This time, now, starting this last book club meeting, we started reading specific books, a specific book. Last time it was Bright Young Women. Surprisingly, most people were not raving of it. Everybody usually always raves of the books they read, except me. I don't like any book I read. But I was surprised that nobody really cared for it. It was out of this person's wheelhouse to write about it. But the biggest thing that bothered me was how unrealistic it was what she talked about. Bright Young Women, I'll just tell you about this because I really have nothing to talk about today, I guess. I'm talking about this. The thought, okay, media and attorneys would have been all over the college. It was based, probably very loosely based on, I don't know which serial killer. Some people said it was, I thought it was Edward Camper or something like that. Camphor, something like that. But some people said they thought it was, not John Wayne Gacy. He's the one that murdered all them boys and buried him under his house. Some other famous one. But anyways, they never said the name of, they just referred to him as the defendant or, I don't know, the killer or whatever. They never gave him a name. But it was very loosely based on probably very loosely based on actual events. They didn't use the people's real names, the victims' real names. They just used like their first letter. If it was the one that I looked up, it was like the first, because I tried to find out who it was. They were talking about like the first letter of the real names of the people that were the victims. But the one thing that was left out was, well, actually two things. Right away, the college, it was a couple of women were murdered at this college. And in reality, right after that happened, attorneys would be just crawling all over that college, either trying to represent the people who were victims or trying to represent the college. That's another thing. The college would have tried to tell the women, keep your mouth shut, don't talk to anybody. They would have gotten their attorneys on them right away. Another thing is media would have been crawling everywhere. Not just on the college, but at the victims' houses. and they would have received, this was pre-cell phone, they would have been receiving phone calls continuously, constantly. That would have been a story. That would have been what victims talk about in and of itself. Victims of some public happenstance like this. That's one of the things they always talk. It always comes up like the media just swarms them and swarms their house and finds out where they live, finds out who their friends are, tries to talk to them, tries to get interviews with even second cousins twice removed on the mother's, father's, aunt's, uncle's side. You know, I mean, it's just a circus. That's why they call it the media circus. That's what happens after something. And none of that was mentioned. No attorneys. And the main, well, the house mothers or supervisors, father was an attorney, and she was studying to be an attorney. And, you know, there was no mention of being quiet, you know, till you got an attorney to represent you. There was no, you know, attorney present when they were being questioned by police, which would have been the first thing that somebody studying to be an attorney or an attorney then would say. You know, her father would have been over there immediately saying, don't talk, you know, whatever. It would, plus the misogyny played into it, like where the one woman, the house mother, she was upset because her parents weren't home. They were on vacation when this happened. And so when she tried to call home, her parents weren't there. Now, again, this was pre-cell phone. So she couldn't call their cell phone and get them wherever they were at. But it's like, okay, you've been in college. Not only are you, you know, once you go off to college, you don't expect your parents to sit by the phone and wait for you to call just in case you call that day. But you've been you've been in college for a few years now, but you're still sitting there waiting for thinking that your mother specifically, I say this mother specifically, is supposed to be sitting there waiting by the phone in case you call. No, her house, they're now empty nesters. She didn't have any younger siblings, apparently. If they did, they already moved out of the house because her parents were on vacation. They're empty. They're going to go and live their life, just like they're not expecting you to sit by the phone in case they call you. So, anyways, when the parents did get back from vacation, they called her. She called. I don't know. They had I don't know if the answering machines were popular back then or not. I don't know what time era this happened. What year this happened. But anyways, she finally got a hold of them. And the father is the first one she talked to on the phone. And then when she told him what happened, she's like, somebody squawked. Again, squawker. She'd probably like feed us instead. Keep talking. Yep, that's her. Dolly squawking. I don't know what she's talking about. Maybe she's trying to crow. Goofball. Then her father, instead of asking like what happened, blah blah blah, she says, well, there was a murder, blah blah blah. He says, well, I'll get your mother. Hands the phone to the mother. So it's like, but then she was sitting there still saying like, oh, my mother, blah blah blah, and in the book. And I'm thinking, your mother was the one who, when she did get home from her vacation, was the one who talked to you and helped you through this, you know, and counseled you and all that. Where your father, the attorney, who wisely should have told you, you know, don't talk to the police and let me represent you, just handed the phone over to your mother. So, I don't know. It was just, misogyny played a role in that too. I don't think in reality any kid would have expected their parents to be sitting around waiting for them to call, or would have been upset that they weren't there. You know, whatever. And clearly they weren't that close because they didn't know they were on vacation, I guess. In the first place. So anyways, that's my story. I'm going to get off of here right now. I hope y'all are doing well. And now a tree grows in Brooklyn is what I'm going to do. It's 500 pages of small print, and I fall asleep at small print. So I'm probably going to see if I can get on Libby or some other place. I can get the audio book. Maybe I can, maybe